Okay, I got that one arch done in just over like 17 minutes, and I have 3 more to go. So let's make it happen. Ta-da! Completed. 4 hoops, and these are going to basically go in between where the current hoops are on that bed. So these are about 4.5 or 4 foot 6 inches wide by 7 something feet tall. They look like they're just like an aluminum structure that's like painted black. I ordered these on Amazon. I'll link them down in the description below. They are not high quality by any means, but they will get the job done because it doesn't need to be high quality to support essentially a couple plants. So on the trellises, I have clematis, which you can see here. I'll just need to remove that one tendril, start that one. Over here I also have a clematis, so hopefully these will go up both sides of the trellis and meet in the middle. The reason I'm replacing the trellis is because it is currently just 4 steel posts with some chicken wire that got really warped when the snow sat on it this winter because I didn't take it down like I usually do. And then on this end, same thing. What I usually do is I tuck a whole bunch of seeds in here that are either beans, peas. I've got sweet peas in the greenhouse. So I'm just going to basically remove the current trellis system, pull the stakes out of the ground out of these beds, and we're going to replace them with the 4 new ones that we have. While we're out here, you'll be able to enjoy some scenery, aka some really beautiful tulips, bleeding hearts, more tulips, forget-me-nots, some kind of floxy wildflower thing. Garlic is looking good. Potatoes finally popped up in that bed. Strawberries are looking great. In this bed, this is our cut flower bed this year. We've got tons of ranunculus that have popped. I dried and kept some of those from last year, and then I got some new ones. And then at the very end of this bed, we have a whole bunch of anemones. So I'm just going to prop you up while I basically remove these 2 current trellis systems that I have set up, and we're going to put the 4 new ones in. It's going to look great. Wow, is it just me, guys, or do these look so much better than this situation? Oh, I just feel so relieved that these are going to be gone. They were giving me so much anxiety just looking at how they were all wonky and out of shape, and none of the posts were right, and ugh. But like, look at this symmetry. And like these, I only had, 1 arbor, but it was like 3 foot wide. Now I have 2 of them per bed. I actually was like, oh, maybe I should have done like 2 and 2, because I originally thought I would do 4 and 4 since they're relatively skinny. I think they're only like a foot or 12 to 14 inches across that band. But then I was like, I actually kind of love the idea of just one long tunnel, and then I could get some stepping stones to kind of guide you back around the garden, which if you walk back through that garden bed and you come around, there's the beautiful new garden bed that I put in last year. This whole bed, you can look at the beautiful cedar fence, and you can also enter into the chicken and duck and rabbit run over there. So it's just a nice little walkway. And when I've got peas and beans growing on these, and then I'll have the clematis on the front as like a beautiful floral entrance. I just think it's going to be really stunning. So now it's just time to plant some seeds to get these trellises working. And then I also might need to run like some string or something or some wire crisscrossing through here so that the thing has a little bit more to latch onto versus just like these poles, because they're pretty far spaced apart. I did, unfortunately, when I was trying to weave this back out, I cracked it, but I cracked it right above, oh, okay, well, I did that too, right above a leaf node where it was coming out. So I think this will just continue on, but I accidentally took off like a solid 8 inches, which makes me a little sad, but that's okay. And like, look at this clematis. It's already going to like hug this post. Like it just wants to be there. So I just love how much these turned out. I really hope that I can grow some great beans and peas to grow on these. And they're so much taller and they have so much more structure versus these like wonky ones. And they were so much shorter. You know, you kind of had to almost duck because they were not sitting quite rounded. So the way that the items that I ordered from Amazon, just cheap, you know, arbors to put there, even if it lasts for a couple years, that's fine. I'll eventually get, you know, better ones. But they had like low wide arch, so you could actually put one of these straight pieces in the middle of the top of the arch and have it be much wider, but like more shallow arch versus the high arch. But I knew because I measured the beds that I only had like they're 4 foot 6 inches across. So I knew that that was the right size. If I did the wider one, it would almost come from this edge of the bed to like the opposite side of these garden beds, which wouldn't have looked right. I am so happy with how these turned out. And it was probably like, I don't know, hour and 15 minutes total to put all of them together and to put them in place and remove these old ones. So like a pretty easy, quick project. I know I missed 2 videos the past 2 weekends, which was actually the first time I ever mixed 2 weekends in a row, I think. But it was Memorial Day weekend. I was fishing with my father-in-law. I posted a couple shorts about that, catching some king salmon in Sitka, which was so fun. And then last weekend I was actually out of town and I was, my little brother's getting married, and so I was at a bachelorette party for my soon-to-be sister-in-law, which was really fun and worth missing doing YouTubing. You know, I'd rather be there. But I was super excited to come back in the garden and see that a lot of the tulips that I had planted last fall had come up in bloom, and a surprising amount of the tulips that I had planted in previous years' packs actually have almost naturalized and kind of come back. So I want to show you a few more tulips before I let you guys go, but this is one of the varieties I planted last fall. Look at how stunning it is. It's got some really interesting variation on the petals. Just looks like almost like a peony. I've got these cream ones, which I actually, at first when they started popping out and I saw they were cream, I was like, I don't really like that. But like, look at the yellow inside. They're being pollinated by flies right now. And then these are some of the ones that I had actually planted in previous years. So this one has come back. All of these ones have come back. Those are not freshly planted ones. They don't look as amazing as they did the previous year, but still a bonus year out of that. And then I had planted these ones right here, which just a stunning combination. Can you imagine these cream with the yellow and chartreuse, and then this larger pink one with some of these darker magentas, and they're just very good looking tulips. Very happy with how many of them popped up and bloomed. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next weekend with my next project, which I actually have all the stuff had finally arrived. So I'm going to get working on that in the next couple days here, and then I'll have that posted for you next weekend. So stay tuned. Thanks so much. See you later.